go for the take. 2 questions for you. Do you remember the first birthday party invitation that you ever accepted in your life? Right? Invitations are powerful. Some of us are only one invitation away from experiencing life change, one community or one relationship, one click away from experiencing life change. Okay, second question. Do you remember the first time you clicked into a Beyond at Home episode? Did you find it helpful? If you did, or even if you subscribed, or even if you didn't, but if you did subscribe, if you find this content helpful, if you would say that Beyond is your church, then today I'm gonna walk you through 3 ways that you can help provide for others what's been provided for you. And you can engage with us and you can be part of the journey. That's the invitation we'd love to extend with you. So come along for the journey of today's episode of Beyond at Home. So here's how you can help me, or help us as Beyond. More importantly, help you, but more importantly, help someone who is just like you. Someone who hasn't actually clicked into a Beyond at Home episode yet, let alone rocked up to one of our Sunday experiences, jump into a Connect group, jump into Upstreet, and all the rest. I want you to help someone who is just like you. Now, maybe you grew up with some type of church experience. You knew exactly what you were rolling into when you jumped into your first episode of Beyond at Home. Even if that first episode was today, you knew we'd be talking about faith or Jesus in some way. You already had an idea of what to expect. But maybe for you, your journey of engaging with us as Beyond in an online digital community or even in an in-person community came with a whole bunch of questions around faith, came with you putting some questions into Google, bringing those questions into Facebook and YouTube, or at some stage maybe you stumbled across a Beyond at Home episode. If you found that helpful, then we would love for you to provide for others what's been provided for you, or even more so, provide for the next generation what the generation before you didn't provide. We'd love to invite you to be part of what's going on here at Beyond. So today, it's all about the possibility of you to committing to taking 3 next steps to help someone who is just like you discover more about their own personal journey and discover more about the steps that they can take in their faith journey. Way number one is to create and start rolling my eyes. Number 1 is to create and commit to a plan to give to your local church financially. And why do I say that? Well, the whole reason that we are able to do what we do as Beyond is because of those of us who are percentage givers, because of those of us who are within the Beyond community who are percentage givers. What's a percentage giver? It's someone who puts away a percent each week to actually give to the local church. And why is this so important for us? Because it allows us to do what we do. It allows us to create irresistible environments of a Sunday for people to step into and engage in a conversation, engage in a message, engage in worship. But at the same time, it allows us to do what we do for young families in the local area of Griffin, through our incredible Upstreet Kids Club, through our Infinity Youth out at Caboolture. In the same way, it allows us to do what we do here in an online community where we can reach you straight to your laptop screen, iPhone, wherever you're looking at this episode of Beyond at Home right now. But more so, allows you to share this content as well in what we hope is helpful for those around you who you think would benefit from us. See, one of the ways we'd love to invite you to engage with us in our mission is to create and commit to a plan to give to your local church financially. And I'm not saying you're greedy in any way. I know that about you. I'm just saying that it's really easy at times just to be playing keep ups in terms of our finances, and how for some of us we give sporadically, or we give spontaneously, or we give sparingly. What I'm just saying is create and commit to a plan where you can grow in being a generous giver. It allows us to do what we do together, and ultimately allows us to provide for others what has been provided for you, what has been provided for me. A really simple way to do that, we wanted to make this really fun. If you're a first timer, what you can do is head to the website link in the comments section of this video. It'll take you to /engage on our Beyond website. From there, you're going to see a card that says take the challenge, a big button that says take the challenge. This is our 90-day generosity challenge. When you click and sign up for the 90-day generosity challenge, you are committing to a journey of growing in generosity. You're going to receive encouragements by email journey from Chris, who's part of our Beyond community, and he's going to lead you through the way in growing in generosity. Take the challenge, create and commit to a plan to financially support your local church. But then we got number two. Number 2, I want you to keep an eye out for the 3 knots. What's the 3 knots? We talk about the 3 knots here and Beyond at Home, but the 3 knots that you hear from your friends, family, from your colleagues, maybe even you hear from these people on their social media platforms. The 3 knots are this: that the person is not in church, things are not going well, or they're not prepared for something. Not in church, not going well, not prepared for something. If you begin to recognize these people in your life, if these things come up in the conversation when you realize they're not in church, where you realize that right now there's an anxiousness, there's a loneliness, there's something not going well in their life, study, academics, career, family life, there's something they don't feel prepared for the next stage or journey in their life. Whenever you hear one of the three nots, extend an invite to that person. Let them know really clearly, hey, I have some helpful content. I think you might find this helpful. I think you might find this helpful, and send them to a Beyond at Home episode. Invite them along to church of a Sunday. Come sit with me this Sunday. This is ways that you can respond when you hear one of those three nots. And then way number three. Number three is to make somebody else's day by serving. To make somebody else's day by serving on a team. The Beyond story is completely written by those who give their time generously, but also give their talents and skills generously as well, who want to invest in other people and serve other people as part of the bigger community. This is a mission to engage with. There are so many different ways that you can serve within the Beyond community. We have incredible leaders, not just volunteers, but leaders who give their time generously and serve and lead generously in our Upstreet Kids environment, with high schoolers in our Infinity Youth environment of a Friday night, of a Sunday through the production and the guest experience that is a Sunday experience at Beyond, but also on an online and digital platform as well. This is the whole reason, this is why we're able to do what we do, because of incredible people, because of incredible leaders and serve who want to make somebody else's day. And we would love to invite you to be part of that. So again, you can jump onto the web page and you can actually click the button that says, I am choosing, I want to commit to make I want to commit to making somebody else's day. We'd love to encourage you, and we'd love to find a way and find out some of your interests as to how you can serve within the Beyond community. Because at the end of the day, this is why Beyond does what it does. This is why we've gotten to where we've gotten to in the story, because of incredible people who made a decision to serve and to make somebody else's day the best day ever. Transition. Here's the message that I hope is clear. This isn't about us having more people in a building on a Sunday. This isn't about us just having more resources and more things to work things. It's not about us having more subscribers or more people liking and commenting on a page. It's not about us. In fact, it's not about me, and it's not even totally, if you're someone who calls Beyond your home, it's not all about you. It's actually about the person who's yet to experience all of this. But you have an opportunity to extend that invitation to them by committing, possibly, and engaging in the mission by committing to one of these three ways. See, something I've recognized across my Beyond journey is that I'm so thankful that someone thought of me before I was even in the Beyond story, before I was even in the scene. Someone thought of my experience and wanted to cater to that in such a way that would have a great experience, that I'd have an irresistible experience. And that's exactly what I found in my journey with Beyond. But at the same time, it's now not about me anymore. It's about the next person, the person who's struggling with their faith journey, the person who's got questions about who God is and is trying to answer these big questions about life, of origin, of destiny, of meaning and purpose. For the person that's struggling in their family situation right now, or is struggling with their relationships with their parents or friend, it's about that person and how we can actually engage in mission together as Beyond, as the local church, and be a light to that person and be a light to our local community and online community as well. And we just want to extend that invitation to you to provide for others what's been provided to you, to share your experience with others so that they can actually experience what you have experienced for yourself. So we'd love to invite you to head to the website, www.beyondchurch.com.au/engage, where you can take on one of those three challenges. Even if you're an overachiever, you might want to take on more, but we just say choose one. Choose one that maybe you haven't done before. And to those of you who are listening, watching in today, who've been part of our Beyond community and are engaged in the mission, I want to say thank you. Thank you for providing for others and providing for the next generation what's been provided to you. And maybe for you, that little tug on your conscience right now is really the Holy Spirit saying, hey, it's your turn to share this experience with somebody else by providing for others what has been provided for you. And we just say when it comes to the 3 knots, an invitation and sharing this episode, hey, make sure you do subscribe if you'd like to stay tuned to everything on Beyond at Home. But at the same time, share and make sure you tell people about the new conversation we're jumping into next week, where we're really looking at Christianity's biggest challenge. Thanks for joining us today, as always. And remember to like, subscribe, to share, and we can't wait to catch up with you next week. Oh, how do we normally do this bit? Like, subscribe. You already know what to do, don't you? You should know what to do. I feel like it's a tech-savvy world. Like, subscribe, and if you got questions, always engage with us in the comment section or on the website. Hey, stay with me, Pat. But we're keen to see you for the next episode of Beyond at Home. Stay tuned to socials, because I think there's something really cool coming up in the online digital world for us at Beyond soon.